I can't believe I'm about to say this, but dating in Dubai has made me miss dating in Miami. If you are in that constant cycle of re-downloading and then deleting or constantly swiping, you're barely making any connections on the apps or meeting people in real life has been kind of maybe not the best way either. If you're feeling stuck in your dating life, this episode is for you. Welcome back to another episode of Way Too Wifey. I'm your host, respectfully Gabby, and in this podcast, we talk all things dating, relationships, and of course, self-love in this modern day. And if you are new here, hi, I'm Gabby. I'm an online dating coach where I help you transform your confidence to live your best lives inside and outside of relationships. Guys, I cannot believe that it is 2025 now, and what better way to ring in the new year than to healing yourself so that you can attract the love that you actually want in your life this year. No more situationships, no more doubting where you stand, no more falling into these unfulfilling patterns that leave you feeling stuck. If you are ready to take that next step in your life, my 8-week transformation program may be exactly what you need to get started. What makes this program unique is that it's backed by science-based strategies along with subconscious programming to help you break free from the relationship sabotage. With one-on-one direct support from me, we will work together to help rewire and reframe your thoughts to help you feel like you are enough so that you can attract and manifest the relationship that you actually want in your life without self-sabotaging. So if you are ready to get started attracting better today, hit the link in my bio and book a discovery call with me. Also, if you guys have been here for quite some time, please do not forget to leave a rating, either a 5-star rating or a thumbs up wherever you're watching this from. There's some kind of rating system, and I can guarantee you whatever love that you put out into the universe, it will come right back around to you. So make sure to leave some love. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications so you'll never miss another episode. And also, I do, guys, have now a newsletter that you can sign up for. Let you know when new podcasts come in, little nuggets of my life. You guys are the absolute first, and I promise you I won't be annoying. It's once a week. Any promotions, anything that you might want to know, hit the newsletter, just type in your email, and that's literally it. That might be the best place to catch some insider tea. So I ended the year on a bit of a high note, on a low note actually, where I was dating these guys and I felt like I was literally hitting my head against the wall. Every person that I was attracting into my life was like one F-boy after the next. I'm like, why do I keep attracting these men? Like, I went on a few dates at the end of the year and one guy completely literally love bombed me the entire date and then ghosted me afterwards. Another guy could not for the life of him make up his decision on where to take me on a date. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. And then he happened to be out around the same area, so we decided to meet up. The straightforward bluntness of what he wanted from me, I'm just like, absolutely not. I should have just trusted my gut here. And it just became a constant pattern of me attracting these men. And I'm like, I am literally going crazy. If I don't detox men from my life, I'm literally going to go insane. And so that's kind of the energy I'm in right now. I'm like trying to become I'm trying to become at peace with men again. And I guess this is kind of another like how to date men when you hate men episode, but also I'm kind of over the apps. This year, I've made it a vow to myself that I am not swiping anymore. I deleted my apps end of the year. I will not be getting back on them really ever. I think I'm just done with them. I've just realized that the people that I was attracting in my life through that span of time, I'm like, let me take a little bit of accountability here. Where am I meeting these guys? Am I really going to the right places? Am I meeting them in the right places and looking for love in all the wrong places? Took a little bit of a reflection. I'm either meeting these people out, like on a night out or on a day out, or I'm meeting these people through the dating apps. And truthfully, if you want to be so for real, I'm like, my husband would not be out every single weekend. My husband would not be swiping mindlessly on the dating apps all the time. I don't think that is where the quality men are hiding. I think they were really great when they had first come out because everyone was just kind of open to that idea. Maybe not everyone. I definitely wasn't open when they very first came out. It's like, who is on a dating app? That's so pathetic. And then years down the line, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll try it out. I think what it's doing now to the society is hurting more than it's helping. It's people that have been on the dating apps for years. What does that say about them? If this person and I'm kind of talking to myself too, because I have been on them for years, truthfully, but I've also been not really in the place where I'm fully ready to entertain a relationship, because for the past couple of years, I have been up and down. I literally just this week am moving into my new apartment that I've not had a home for the past 2 years. I've not been settled in any place for the past 2 years up until this point where I've fully committed to living in Dubai. Now I feel like I'm like, I've experienced the Dubai. I've had my like 3 months of fun. And now I feel like I'm kind of ready to like actually take dating seriously when I do get into more of a peaceful mind state, because I'm still a little bit bitter. And I just don't think that you can go into dating feeling bitter, because you never get what you want. It's always, you get the type of men that you're trying to avoid. The more bitter you become, the more it's thrown in your face that these are the types of men that are out there. But I think what dating apps are doing now is brainwashing us to think that, one, we have options. And I know that's been said before, but it's really true. It's brainwashing us to think that there's more options out there. When you start dating someone and you're taking them seriously, but this person's been on the dating apps for years, why did it take you years? Have you really not found a connection in years that you've been dating on that dating apps? What are you really looking for? Just don't think that the quality people are hiding out on the dating apps, truthfully. Don't get me wrong, I have met some pretty great people also on the dating apps, but I also don't think, but you also have to sift through a lot of trash in order to find the people who are actually quality. It keeps reminding you there are shit people out there. And because there's a lot of shit people hanging out in one place, which is the dating apps. If you are constantly meeting people just on the dating apps, it's such a fresh reminder that this person's emotionally unavailable, this person's love bombing me, this person's ghosting me, this person's emotionally unstable. There's so many people like that are hiding out on the apps. So you have to go through a lot of shit in order to find the person who's actually looking for the same things as you, which is few and far between, may I add. I think what the dating apps is also doing is breeding a lot of people who are just looking for a little bit of validation, a little bit of attention. When you are constantly on the apps, but you're really not taking anything seriously, you're just like on it just for funsies, you're kind of wasting everyone's time. You're wasting your own time, because you could be investing that on much better things, realistically. And you also are wasting everyone else's time who is looking for something more serious. If you're looking for a pen pal, that is the place that you want to go to. The dating apps are a really good place if you are looking for a pen pal, because there's so many people on there that want to have a little bit of a conversation, but also don't want to have a conversation, but also want to know that people want them, but also don't want to break the barrier and actually plan something with you. It's kind of a mind game that we're all stuck in. It's only been a couple of weeks since I deleted the dating apps. Even in that first week or two, because I had been on them. I've had it downloaded pretty much all of 2024 while I was traveling and when I first got to Dubai. The majority of people on there have been on there for so long and thinking to themselves, well, if this doesn't work out, then there's always going to be someone else that I can swipe on. If they've been on it for so long, I think you can tell right away their emotional availability, because why are you on something that's meant to be deleted when you haven't really put forth much effort to actually finding that person? If you've been trying something for a year and it's not working, or years and it's not working, there's got to be other alternatives. Do whatever you want. If that is the only place that you feel like you can find a real connection, by all means, do you. Keep it open as an option, right? You never know where you're going to find someone. And I have had friends, even recently, I've had friends who have met their partners on the dating apps that is going really well. And these people are kind of didn't really think too seriously about the dating apps, and they found each other. So keep it open as an option, because you never know where you're going to find someone. If you are solely focused on finding someone through online, you gotta broaden your horizons a little bit, because these people, most of them aren't taking it very seriously. You're more likely to get ghosted because these people don't really see you as a real person yet until they meet you in person. I feel like they don't owe you anything, because they're going about their lives. You're this fake character that they've made up that has been on their phone that literally doesn't exist to them. You're less of an importance in this person's life. If you meet someone organically in person, it's a little bit different, because that person is a real person. You know whether or not you have some kind of connection to them. You know whether or not you're attracted to them. And I just think that better overall. It has been so refreshing. It's been so refreshing deleting them, but I will say that first week or two, when I was bored, I would be like, oh, let me just go on the apps and swipe a little bit. It's literally for when people are bored. It's no one is intentional on, and I don't want to say no one because there are people who are intentional. And I think those people get a little bit more frustrated with it because you're going on an app which is designed to help you find someone, but no one is taking it as seriously as you. And I think that can be a little bit frustrating. I think the more serious you are about the apps, more you should be deleting them, because this year, anyway, figure out another way to meet people naturally, because it is just not working out online. I think it's very important when you're thinking about meeting people. And I was meeting people in person after moving to Dubai, but a lot of the people that I was meeting in person was out at like a nightclub, not a nightclub, I don't do that, but bars or like day drinking events or, things like that. And I'm like, if I'm being so real with myself, my husband's not out drinking every weekend. He's not doing that. He's literally working on himself. He's focused on his goals. He's doing his own thing. And truly, I'm meeting people in the wrong places. If you're really looking for something serious, it's really important to go places that have a lot of socialization, but also things that you actually like doing and things that your person would probably be hanging out at. So if you're just going to, let's say, a golf course, but you hate golfing, but you're going because you think that men will be there, you're gonna end up meeting people that you can't even relate to, okay? But if you're going to like a social event, like an art show, and you really love art and you're really into like creative things and that's kind of your passion, that's your thing, you're going to find people who are on the same page as you. So stop going to places that you're not even interested in. I remember back in like Miami, I would go to like sporting events hoping to find my man. Is my man really that obsessed with sports? Like, no, he maybe goes to sporting events, but like all the time, that's not the vibes. I don't want him. No, that's not how we're spending our weekends. My last relationship, I pretended to like sports. I pretended to love American football. I regretted it immediately. What I meant when I said I liked American football was that I liked going out and watching the games in a social setting. And what he meant was that he liked being at home on Sundays and ordering in sometimes, maybe if that, and watching the games all day on Sunday. And I hated my life. Every Sunday I would dread it because I knew that was our plans. And like my friends were off doing God knows what. I pretty much dropped all my friends, which I should have been a little bit more woke to. Go places that you actually have the interest in. High interest, high socialization. For instance, if you're going to run clubs but you hate running, why are you at the run club? You're only going to find people who are super active and maybe not even on your level of activeness. For me, gym is like, I go to the gym most days. I have met some people at the gym, and I think that that's a really good place because these people are motivated, they're active, we are into the same things. So the gym for me is like high place to meet people. I also think like coffee shops and things during the day. Where else would you be hiding out? Especially if they have the same kind of mindset and they like cafe hopping. Like that's what I like to do, sitting at cafes with an open energy, okay? But I think you have to be real about the places that you're going to. If you're just going somewhere, you're leaving your house and you're like, well, I'm getting upset because I'm not meeting the right people. Be real with yourself about where you're going. Is there any interaction at all whatsoever? If you're only going to Pilates classes, knowing that no men show up at those Pilates classes, by the way, by all means, get your workout in, okay? Love Pilates. But am I going there expecting to find someone or meet someone? Absolutely not. I'm going there for myself. But I also think that the more expectations you have around meeting someone out while you go out, it's just, sometimes I feel like it's almost limiting you. I think the best connections that I've met out are when I wasn't really looking or when I wasn't really trying to meet anyone, if that makes sense. I'm going out because I'm going to this place because I want to go to this place, not because I want to meet someone at this place. Whenever I have that energy, I never end up meeting people that I actually like or that I actually want to entertain, or I never end up meeting anyone at all. This year is all about intention on where you're meeting people, how you're meeting people, being serious about what you want. So stop entertaining the bullshit, the bare minimum, and get on the right track of doing the things that you actually like. And when you show up as your best self and you show up doing things that you love doing, you're gonna naturally align with people who feel magnetized towards you. Stop making it so much about everyone else. Focus on yourself, but also go out and socialize and make this a social year. But that is it for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some kind of value out of this. And if you have, again, please leave that 5-star rating, leave that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications, leave a comment if this helped you. Leave a comment on where you are going to end up meeting someone or meeting people. Give some ideas for other people in the comments, and I will see you all next Tuesday.